Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about the changes that I've made to my party over the past week. And actually, the really big thing is my main party, my core party, I've really completely stopped focusing on them entirely. Because they're doing everything I need at this point. They clear the SS trials very easily at this point. So instead of focusing on my main party, I'm now leveling up additional characters so that I can start clearing the level 65 versions of the Eternal Temple, right? There's 4 different versions, they all use different units, so you really need to start leveling up other characters for them. So, to that end, the priority character that I've been leveling is actually Elwin. In fact, those of you who have upgraded Elwin to 4 stars or 5 stars or even 6 stars have an advantage right now because Elwin is considered protagonist, Legion of Glory, as well as Empire's Honor, right? And those 3 factions are actually split up for the Eternal Temple. If I click on the Eternal Temple and bring up the info, for example, Empire's Honor is Valkyrie. Legion of Glory is Scylla. And then protagonist is Phoenix. So basically, Elwin fits 3 of the 4 Eternal Temples, which makes him absolutely amazing. So, as a result of focusing on the Eternal Temples now, I'm now leveling up characters like Elwin in particular, but I'm also looking at Cherry. I'm looking at Luna because she's princess and strategist, and yeah, so those, and I'm also looking at Ulte Muller because Ulte Muller is, he's your faction buffer, but he's only really good in combat when you've got his double class mastery so that he has access to Gale and his flying class for damage, especially with, vampire bats, for example. Right now, Ulte Muller, he's kind of meh, for me anyways. Until you get his flying class, he's not very good. So those are really the characters that I'm focusing on. So there's Elwin, there's Cherry, there's Luna, and there's Ulte Muller, rather than my core party at this point. But despite that, right now, I want to finish off Ledin to bring him up to 5 stars, because he's currently already at 88 out of 100 shards. So with 3 more days, Ledin will be 5 stars. And then also in 3 more days, Elwin will be 4 stars. So then Cherry will be 4 stars, Elwin will be 4 stars, Tierras is 4 stars, and I can now start doing Luna and then Ulte Muller to 4 stars. Then I'll have to figure out who to 5 star after that. But yeah, so my priority right now is bringing characters to 4 stars. That's really my main goal at this point. There's really not much else to say. In terms of equipment-wise, nothing has changed on my core party, right? Lana, plus int. Lana has been purely focused on int for her equipment right now. And as a quick note, I am starting to realize that it's very, very important to have plus hit points on my characters. It especially comes into play for World Arena, right? Because right now my Lana is getting one-shotted by Shadow Raid. A Cherry with Shadow Raid without troops participating. Lana gets one-shotted. So it just means she doesn't have enough hit points. If she had plus 10 or 15% hit points on the Death's Robe and plus 10 or 15 hit points on this Warlock's Hood, she would be fine. But what I really need though is to replace this Warlock's Hood more than anything else, I think. But I still haven't picked up a good helm for her, so she's still continuing to use Warlock's Hood until I do. In any case, so yeah, my main party still hasn't changed. I haven't even upgraded the Horror Helm to the Vampire Mask yet. Simply because I just, haven't done it. As an interesting aside, if I just bring up a forge screen for one of my characters, I do have 3 Epic Martial Spirits right now. So I could max out the Vampire Mask to replace the Horror Helm, for example. So we'll see. Other than that, Miracle Staff just needs 1 more level. Bozo's nearly finalized at this point. Bernhard still needs Carbon Fiber upgrade and Speed Boots upgrade and so on. So yeah, basically nothing has particularly changed except for upgrading new characters. And I've been using up all my gold on their bonds as a result. So for example, let's like bring up Elwin. He's now max, 5, and 5. So his bonds have been maxed out, except for his heart bond, which I'm not going to do yet because ultimately this heart bond doesn't really increase damage from what I've seen, right? So it increases hit points, defense, and magic defense, which is not as much of a priority for my Elwin. So not doing the heart bond on Elwin at this time. So yeah, basically it's just been saving my resources to upgrade the bonds on my other characters and unlock their bonds. So that pretty much covers it. In terms of training grounds, I did finally get my angels to level 10. So I think that's my first level 10 soldier unit. And again, I'm continuing to save. I'm continuing to be very low on yoga mats, so it's really preventing me from upgrading the flyer training ground as well as the lancer training ground, because lancer attack upgrades also use yoga mats. But I might as well start doing a few upgrades on my phalanx, because what I've noticed is my leaden sometimes lacks a tiny bit of damage to one-shot targets. It's rare, but it does happen. It's namely when I don't have the faction buff on leaden, and leaden is relying on Sophia for 20% defense from her talent, and then Sage's Hat for another 20% magic defense. So 20-20 is not 20 and 30%, and that tiny percentage difference, the 10% magic defense difference, is making leaden unable to one-shot a few targets at times. So that's why I am currently interested in upgrading my phalanx to level 10, as well as increasing the attack, because these are very, very low level. I mean, they still need 3 resources and 6 resources, as opposed to the flyer training ground, where the upgrade needs 30. So, huge difference there. But yeah, training grounds, really, I haven't really done anything at all, because over the last week, while I got 3 runs daily, I have not gotten enough resources to upgrade my units just yet. So, saving resources to upgrade, to do my upgrades slowly. Although I might as well do some right now, because I think I do need to upgrade the Shrine Maidens as well as the Sorceresses. So those 2 would be nice to upgrade to max. But in the meantime, might as well do a few upgrades since I have to. And in this case, I might as well do hit points, because why not? So there we go. Few upgrades that use most of my resources. And I might as well do this one. There. So that's it. All of my upgrades, or all of my gold books and so on, have pretty much been used for the week. So now my holy units and whatnot have a bit more hit points, have a bit more defense. Because at this point, the upgrades for attack is now using SSR items. So I can start doing these other upgrades. Alright, so that's Holy Training Ground. Flyer Training Ground I've already mentioned. Infantry Training Ground hasn't changed. I still left it at level 6 because I'm using Bernhardt less and less. Masked Maids are level 5, but now that it uses crazy shorts, I'm holding off on the Masked Maids upgrades, because I want to get the phalanx up first. So I want level 10 phalanx, then I'll start upgrading the Masked Maids after that. Yeah, since Masked Maids also use SSR items, I can start upgrading hit points and whatnot on the soldiers. So let's just do an upgrade here, which used 40 books, and then that's it. So slowly getting all these upgrades done in the infantry training ground. And yeah, those are really the 4 training grounds I use, because I don't use any assassins or cavalry. And I don't want to upgrade them because they use SSR items, right? Which is more important to be used on my other 4 training grounds right now. So that's it for training grounds. I'm going to send off a few expeditions right now. And let me just send off the 3 expeditions before I continue. So yeah, basically my priority at this point now is to get characters up so that I have a party for every single Eternal Temple to clear them. So, you know, no one is going to get 6 stars for a while. Not Liana, not Bozo, not Bernhard. Almeda is surprisingly useful for, let's say, the Phoenix, for example, as well as Scylla, because of her heal, as well as her debuffing abilities. So that's why I'm actually using, I find Almeda is surprisingly useful. And yeah, that pretty much covers everything I wanted to say, I think. I think once I have Elwin upgraded properly, which is very close, I just need one more class upgrade, then he has the class mastery in Grand Marshal, and then I can turn him back into the hero class for his infantry, for his maximum attack value. This actually needs, so I need to buy 2 of these, 2 4, and then 1 of this, and then 2 of these Master Scrolls. So that's actually 800 times 4 plus 600 times 3. So that's 3200 plus 1800, which is 5000 guild medals. So this week I will have double class mastery on Elwin. Right now I have none, right? But because my guild, we clear Purgatory every week. So if I open the guild events, we're currently doing the Purgatory difficulty. We do this twice per week. And Purgatory difficulty, for the guild rewards, if you do a full clear, that's 4,500 guild medals right here. And then the personal one also adds up to another 4,500, right? So that's actually 9,000 guild medals per full clear. And you can just see, you know, it's the first day and 3 of them already nearly half. So we normally clear this in 2 or 3 days, and then we clear the second one by Friday or Saturday at latest. So both, yeah. So very, very soon, probably tomorrow or Wednesday, I will have my Elwin with double class mastery. And then, once Elwin has double class mastery, I should hopefully be able to clear Valkyrie, Phoenix, and maybe Scylla. So we'll see on Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday, that's when I try... Yeah, starting Wednesday is when I'll start trying to clear level 65 Eternal Temple battles. Today, though, I think I'm still stuck with the level 60 version. We'll see. Alright, so that pretty much covers everything I wanted to say. There's really not much for me to say because I have not done any real enchants on my leaders. I haven't upgraded their gears, and it's just been focusing on the alternate characters like Elwin, Luna, and so on. And oh, I did get an Overlord's badge. So this Overlord's badge actually came from when I had a lot of honor points saved up. I think it was around 3,000, I think. So I purchased around 10 of these random accessory boxes, and I got my Overlord's badge this way. So just by buying a lot of these random accessory boxes, you can occasionally get SSR items, and yeah, in my case, luck favored me, so I now have an Overlord's badge. The annoying thing is, I don't know who to equip it on. Because, well, it increases attack value, right? And so it's not very good for Ledin, because Ledin doesn't use attack whatsoever. Bernhard could use it, but the problem with Bernhard is I use him as a mobile stunner. So I need speed boots on Bernhard. So yeah, it's not favorable for Bernhard. Elwin could also use it, the Overlord's badge. The problem here is then Elwin becomes 3 movement. But I'll probably equip it on Elwin simply because, well, my Elwin is frequently used in Eternal Temple battles, right? And in Eternal Temple, it's just your movement doesn't really matter. 3 movement is enough. So yeah, I'll probably upgrade the Overlord's badge with the 3 Epic Martial Spirits to level 50 and have it on Elwin. What else is there to mention at this point? Well, I can't do it right now in this video because, again, I don't have any guild medals right now. So, without any guild medals, I have no accessory runes or to do the upgrade. So, that's why I am currently sitting on the gold that I'm holding on to. And yeah, so overall, this is my current priority, upgrading other characters, other SSRs for utility in the Eternal Temple fights. And yeah, that's everything that I wanted to say in this video at this point. So not too much to cover, because just the changes haven't been really significant at this point. So thanks for watching, everyone. Nitro out.